I went from an overweight teenager to an overachieving young adult in 4 months. When I took this photo on the left, I was very depressed. I did not like who I was. As you can see right here, I was overweight. I was really depressed. Even in this video, you can see I said I look so bad. I was just very negative to who I was as a person, and that's because I didn't do the things I know I needed to do. At this point in my life, I had broken up with a toxic ex that night, okay? And she had ran out of my house. She had said that she was going to end things with her own well-being because of me. I was super lost in my life. I didn't know what to do, and I thought I was going to end it all. However, in 4 months, I lost 30 pounds. Okay. I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. Now, this is me about a year after I took that video. I had progressed in the gym. I was making good strides in my physique, and I was feeling really good about where I was at in life. However, I want you guys to understand this would not have been possible without me eliminating the distractions in my life. I cut out the alcohol, cut out the lust. No more girls, no more none of that. I cut out the scrolling. For me, success didn't lie in adding more goals, but in cutting out what was harmful for my growth. Before I changed my life, I was extremely lost. I was always chasing the next girl, the next body, the next drink, the next fun time. But inside, I was broken. If you're watching this video, maybe you are going through something. Maybe you are a teenager, maybe you're a young adult who just is broken in their life. You're crying in an IHOP bathroom, maybe. Maybe you have a very poor physique. You're not taking care of your nutrition. You're not taking care of your body in ways that you know you should. Understand, it's causing you to feel broken. That's what's causing you to feel lost. It's not that you need more girls. It's not that you need another drink. It's not that you need another fun time. What you need is to change your life for good. Now, for me, after I bet all on myself, I went all in on who I was, that's when everything changed. I want you guys to understand, it's not about adding more goals. It's not about adding more things to take care of. It's about taking out what has already been causing you harm. For me, as you can tell back up here, it was my ex. She was helping me really become worse in my life. We weren't a good fit. I was constantly on edge because of her. I always ate junk food. We always hung out, and I just was a low level person because of it. However, after I cut out her, literally the day after I broke up with this person, I got back in the gym. The next morning, I was at the gym at 5 a.m. I was still 30 pounds overweight, but I was starting to change my life. And then the outcome of that was looking like this a year later. It all started with me changing one thing, eliminating one vice, one distraction, whatever that may be for you. And maybe for you, that's the alcohol. Maybe it's the lust. Maybe it's the scrolling. Maybe it's something else that I'm not even talking about. Maybe you have a bad relationship with your friend. Maybe you have a bad relationship with your father. Maybe you can't lock in on your diet. Whatever it is out over here, you need to cut out what is harmful for your growth. Otherwise, you're never going to grow. And when I did change, when I did lock in, that's what happens. Okay? So, if you're wondering how did I eliminate my vices, how did I eliminate alcohol, girls, scrolling, junk food, all this stuff to change my life, it's all because I stopped putting my worth in those things. I think a lot of people, they put their worth in the worst things. You put your worth in the next girl. You put your worth in the next beer, the next party. And you wonder why you're unfulfilled. It's because you're putting your worth in things that will never fulfill your cup. I stopped putting my worth in those things, okay? I actually need to highlight this real quick because when you stop putting your worth in those things, you start seeking fulfillment through beneficial things like working out. Okay? The most beneficial thing I can do for myself after breaking up with my ex was just getting in the gym. I couldn't build $1 million business. I couldn't all of a sudden stop failing high school, but what I could do is I could just go lift some weights. And for a lot of you guys, you're out there, you're hanging around with sloppy man titties, you're looking like a woman, you have a beer belly at the age of 20, 22, whatever it is. Understand that's limiting you. And I don't say this out of a place of hatred for you. I say this out of a place of love because I used to be there. I used to look just like you. I mean, let's go through this. Look at this. This is exactly what I looked like 2 years ago. And this is what I look like now. Obviously, I actually look a lot better than this photo because this was about a year ago, but I want you guys to understand this can easily be you. You can make more progress than this. This is only a year time, and I wasn't even dialed in all the time. I still made mistakes along the way. Imagine how much more progress you can make if you were dialed in, you had someone holding you accountable, and you actually eliminated the vices. You could grow so much in your life. The number one thing you have control over is your physique. Once you change your physique, then everything else changes. Okay, let's go back. Here's the truth. We all need dopamine, okay? We all need to get fulfillment from something. And a lot of you guys are placing your dopamine, your fulfillment through the drugs, the alcohol, the woman, whatever it is. But the only way you can change your outcome for the beneficial reason is putting it in fulfillment. You still get dopamine when you lift weights. I'm gonna be honest, there have been some times where I'm lifting weights and I feel crazy good. It feels like I'm on this natural high. And it causes me to not want the alcohol. Instead, I want the beneficial things. I want to lift weights. I want to look better. This is me right now. This is my back currently. I'm building myself up every single day because I realize I would much rather chase the dopamine that changes my outcome. Now, here's the truth. These both change your outcome, okay? Lifting weights, eating clean, that's going to change your outcome. Drinking beer, missing workouts, failing school, whatever it is, missing out for your family, that will change your outcome too. But one of them is going to benefit your outcome. One of them, you can have fun and then also grow. One of them, you can have fun and then dwindle. The choice is yours. What do you want to choose in your life? That's a question I had to ask myself. But when I started finding it in myself, that's when everything changed. Okay? When I started chasing it in myself, that's when everything changed in my life. And this is the last one that I really want to cover on with you guys real quick. I became so much more confident. I mean, you can almost see the difference. Look at this. I have this sheer confidence to myself because I now take control of my environment. I take control of my actions. And when I'm more confident with myself, I start taking actions that move my life forward in the ways that I want it to. Okay? So I want you guys to understand, if you cut out devices, you cut out these things, what you have to do now is start becoming confident. Believe in yourself. Hold your head up high. Believe you're the freaking man. Because if you don't, you're going to go back to devices. You're going to use them for comfort. But when you believe that you can do what you think you're going to do, when you actually hold yourself accountable, you hold yourself to the higher standard, then you do the things that you know you need to do to move the needle forward. Okay? To become the resilient young man that I am, I then had to have the confidence. When I become confident, I start taking action. And that action moved me forward in the ways that I wanted to. So I think if you're not confident, if you're not fulfilled in your life, it's probably because you're not confident. That's what it all comes down to. You have to be confident in who you are. And the truth is, confidence is by choice. You can choose every single day whether you're going to hold your head up high, whether you're going to walk in that gym, and even if you're 30 pounds overweight, you're just going to lift your head up high because you know you're already at the end goal. You know you've already won just by getting in the gym. When you hold your head up high, when you believe in yourself, when you stop taking no for an answer, then you start taking action towards the goals that you know will move your life forward in the ways that you want it to. I hope that you got some value from this video. Hopefully this was able to help you realize where you're lacking in your life and how you can improve. Remember, it's all part of consistency. It's all part of just focusing on the process each day. And if you're able to eliminate your distractions, you're able to focus on the dopamine found in lifting, you're going to win. That's what it's all about. Now, if you want personalized help from me to help you get to where you want to go, make sure you go to my website in the bio, you book a consultation. It's completely free. We can see from there if it's a right fit to continue working with me later down the line. Also, if you want to find me on Instagram, that will also be linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace.